these IIMs, what they are doing, and what I mean, their number of teachers or number of research scholars working or doing research in this type of institutions is very much limited. Very much limited. But we have more teachers in government colleges, we have more teachers in aided colleges, we have more teachers in universities, we have more teachers in non-IITs, non-IIMs, non-IEC or even NIT like institutions. So what government has to do? Government has to come with a mandate instead of insisting on in this type of corpus journal or care journal, something like that. Every teacher will be given 10 lakh rupees for 3 years or 2 years, whatever may be. Every teacher should study about the social economic issues related to this area. Every teacher should submit a report within 3 years. You publish 3 papers on based on that one. You got 10 lakhs rupees. You publish a book on that one. Definitely. Then you calculate. How many researchers will be there, how many research publications will be there, how many books you will publish. Because that way only we have to encourage the scientists, we have to encourage the teachers to go for writing. Then you can insist, you have to publish your research findings in the Scopus journal or care journal, whatever it may be. And without doing this one and blaming the teacher, Indian teachers, they are not publishing care journal, they are not publishing Scopus journal, and it is unscientific way of classifying the teachers between teachers who are working IIM, IITs and teachers who are working this type of government institutions, universities. This point we have to keep in our mind. And another important point is that generally what not only in the case of allotment of publications, allotment of money for education sector, allotment for publications, the infrastructural facilities, for example, every year the enrollment rate is keep on increasing. Even 2021, this 2021 period, nearly 40 million children enrolled in higher education institutions for PG programs, UG programs and research type of activities. And we are expecting that in 2033 it will be 80 million. That is, this number of students who enrolled in the higher education institutions will be simply doubled within another 10 years. Whether we have any plan for accommodating these 80 million students in our universities or colleges and our research institutions. In 2005, Knowledge Commission has stated that at that time, I am telling you, 2005, India is supposed to have 1,500 universities. I am telling not about 80 IIMs, 1,500 universities. But still now we have only 1,113 universities. 1,113 universities. And what is the result? Our research scholars, even after completing their PhD programs, not able to get jobs in university level, colleges level, and still remain unemployed and working or going for contract basis works and exploited by the aided institutions or self-financing institutions. This is the real condition in India. So proper incentives are not available for teachers, proper incentives not available for research scholars, and finally what is the result is that I can tell you 2017 data, nearly 40,833 children, research scholars completed PhD on that year, 2017, 40,833 students. Only 15,000 students got employment opportunities. PhD scholars, I am telling that. The remaining students are unemployed. Remaining scholars are unemployed. Same year, nearly 6,000 students took PhD in science streams. I am telling that science, not in social sciences or even law and the other areas. Science alone, 6,000 students took PhD in 2017. Only 2,000 got permanent jobs. The remaining students are unemployed, underemployed, and landed in the private self-financing institutions for 10,000 rupees, 15,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees. So the Knowledge Commission then recommended India is supposed to have 1,500 universities. If all 1,500 universities are established in India, these 40,000 research scholars would have been observed somewhere in these universities, And these 6,000 science, PhD scholars also would have been employed somewhere in any of the universities. Otherwise, what is the result at present is that PhD scholars are applying for peon post. PhD scholars are submitting their application for sweeper post. PhD scholars are even contract basis, sweeper and this peon post on contract basis. What's where in India? And we only talking about patent rights. We only talking about copyright. We only talking about whatever. Kesavas already gave a detailed picture about the features of intellectual property rights. Definitely, we have to appreciate. But the lab facilities which are meant for Americans available in this college, if the library facilities are available for the Americans in Harvard University or even Oxford University in England is available for students in this college. These students also can perform better than, I can tell you that our rural children are much better than German people, because most of the time they spend their time for drinking, dancing and going for tour, but our students will not go. If you provide opportunity, 24 hours they will spend here. Ask them write in Kannada, nothing wrong with it. If you go to German, they write their thesis in German language. If you go to France, they write their thesis in French language. If you go to Russia, they are writing in Russian language. What is wrong with that one? Ask the students to bring economic social issues, ask them to write in Kannada, later on we can translate it. What is wrong? Our students can do better than Americans or even Australians or Europeans if such facilities are created in India itself. For that, what we have to do? As I said, 6% of our GDP should be earmarked for education sector, and at least 3% of our budget allotment should be earmarked for research programs. Then only our researchers will compete. Our research students will compete with the patent rights, the legal rights, whatever rights which are what we are talking about, the intellectual property rights. And I have more points to share with you, but due to lack of time, just I want to conclude my talk. But you are always welcome. You are always welcome. We have some economics groups also. A to Z economics groups. If you want to join, you can join. You can share your ideas, views, seminars, conference, something like that. And so this is what I want to convey. You need not worry about patent rights and all. Let the people talk about it. Some lawyers will make money. Even now, in our university, we have one IPR department funded by, do you know whom? Funded by American universities. This is the IPR center in our university, because they want to bring our people under their system. That's why they are spending money. And if we have building, we have hostel, we have all the issues related to IPR in our campus. And so you need not worry about all these things. But again, I can tell you that if such budget is not allotted for education sector, if that much budget is not for research programs, no way we teachers can compete with the Americans. We teachers, our students also will not compete with their research scholars. Even we cannot publish research paper even in peer-reviewed journals. That would be the result unless government wake up at present and motivate you teachers. To make India as a prosperous India, so that 2047 India will see the Amrit Kaal period, isn't it? The government came with the Amrit Kaal program. So to see a prosperous India, government, what I have suggested, government has to do it. With this, I am concluding my talk. I am very much thankful to Professor Kesava, chairperson of Department of Economics, Bangalore University, and the principal, Dr. Pradibha Madam, and all the faculty members in both the departments, the Department of Economics, Bangalore University, and also Department of Economics here, and IQC Director, and for having given me this very good opportunity to come over here and share. Very few minutes only I shared, I had time to share with you. Thank you once again for your patience here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your words of wisdom and sharing a different perspective on intellectual property rights and on alarming issues on intellectual property rights and research and dignity of researchers in India. For that, I also found it particularly interesting. The beautiful thing about learning is that no one can take it away from you, said BB King. Now, it's time for us to engage in a question and answer session where you will have the opportunity to learn more from our distinguished speakers. I now welcome the forum to ask any questions that they might have regarding the subject. Do any dignitaries and delegates want to raise any questions regarding the subject? There. Okay, thank you. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. And we are truly grateful to Dr. Keshava and Dr. P. Arunachalam for sharing their invaluable insights and expertise in the field of intellectual property rights. In recognition of their contribution, we would like to present a memento, symbolizing a deep gratitude. I request our respected principal, Professor Pratibha Pashwana, and Captain Raghavendra Rao, Chennamma, to facilitate our chief guest. I also call upon Captain Raghavendra Rao sir, Chennamma Ambala ma'am, Sina Nayak sir, and Dr. Gaikwad sir to facilitate our chief guest.
Video.
Thank you, ma'am. In this symphony of knowledge and ideas, it is now time for a harmonious pause. This session has enriched our minds, and now it is time to nurture our bodies. And just as the saying goes, lunch is the perfect time to refuel the mind and let ideas settle. Let us transition gracefully from knowledge to sustenance. Allow me to invite you to a lunch where conversation continues to flow, forging connections and nurturing our collective spirit. During lunch, we encourage you to network, exchange ideas, and continue the discussions initiated in this seminar. We will now break for lunch. Please note, lunch will be served outside near the quadrangle, and I kindly request you to reconvene on time so that we can continue with the technical sessions as scheduled.